Y'all, Martin is first. We're gonna have to hurry up and get this live stream done and out the way, right? Because you all know what time it is. It's Lakers night. It's Lakers night. So I decided to get this in at halftime. Michelle said LOL. What's the LOL about? What's the LOL about, Michelle? Let me know what's the LOL about. As you all come in, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up, Miss G's. I think it's Jess. Says, hey, hello. Come in. Credit and cash flow room. Nigel says, hey. Nigel. I hope I got that right. Houston, Texas is in the house. Houston, Texas is in the house. Let's get this did while it's halftime of the Lakers game, right? Had to discuss this breaking news. Good evening, Curtis. Where's Curtis at? Good evening, Curtis. Oh, Michelle said, LOL, Martin being the first, right? I got you. Let me know if y'all can hear me well. Good evening, YouTube. Make sure you all, as I adjust this camera, give me 1 second. All right, YouTube, make sure that you all hit the thumbs up, invite more people in. Hello, Periscope. Decided to come on Periscope tonight. We're glad you are on Periscope. Latoya from Jacksonville, Florida. Right. Hello, St. Louis is in the house. The HTL is in the house. Missouri, you are right. Everybody need the hashtag, right? Go Lakers. Everybody need the hashtag go Lakers. Yes, Latoya, you are using on YouTube, but I'm thankful that you're on Periscope. You can hit those hearts, show some digital love, and invite your followers. I'm sure that will help my views on the scope as well. So thank you for tuning in. Tiffany, hello, how are you? Tiffany, great. And if you all are new to my live stream, I am known in the financial and credit world as the queen of credit because of the financial and the credit results, right? That I get people, help them move from bad to good credit, then from good to great credit, help them repair, restore, and revision their credit, right? Revision their credit. You know what credit is? You want to know what credit is? As we got Sandra from the Chi-Town in the house. What's up from the Chi-Town? So we have about 75 seconds and counting. Come in, 5 minutes of fame. Say hello, right? Drop your city and state and say hello and come into the credit and cash flow room. Let's see. Hello, here, heir to the throne. Right, that line logo. We got to get this in. People's halftime of the Lakers game. We got Carla, but I thought about it. I said, you know what? A lot of those basketball players are already thousandaires and millionaires. Let me help people who's trying to get to that point. Right, you can watch people who's already rich and wealthy, or you can watch some information that can help you become one of the rich and wealthy. Right. We have 20 seconds and counting. Latoya said, I knew you were going to have something to say about this when I heard it. Just waiting. Well, Latoya, I told everyone that October will be scary, right? I told them it was going to be the scariest month. I said this. I began saying this as my timer has expired. I began telling people this in August, starting up. I said Halloween will be scary wing with a dollar sign. Let's go back to my channel so I can pull up that actual video clip. And I think I had on the same shirt then that I do now. I think, let's see. See if I can pull it up. I kind of forgot the title. Maybe I can't. Maybe I can't. Yeah, I actually got the same shirt on, right? And here's that video. And I was discussing Fico 10 as well. And right there, see? Big layoffs because of credit issues, and October will be a scary month. There's the video aired on September the 8th, 2020. And why did I say that, right? Why did I make this video? Why did I inform people of this? Because I knew it was not in the cards, right, for President Trump to be reelected. Now, can somebody tell me why I said, if you've been following me for any amount of time, why am I saying that it was not in the cards for President Trump to be reelected? Can someone tell me that? All right. Good night, Miss Tamara. Good night to you. We got Arlington, Texas. We have Vegas. Hello, Archie from Vegas. Man, I think I heard that Vegas 10%, 10.6% of residents in Vegas cannot pay their rent, right? Cannot pay their rent, which is a big thing for Vegas as my screen is messing up. Because that's like, I think, usually 3% of residents. Now it's at 10%, right? Credit is my business partners and investors. I think I started making a comment about credit. And I tell people all the time, all credit is what percentage you will pay on using the bank's money or other people's money. How much interest will you pay, right? That's all credit is. All credit is calculating how much interest will you pay if you get in position to borrow the bank's money. That's all credit is, right? And how you use that money, how you use, whether it be cheap or expensive, right, will determine your financial future, meaning that you can use the bank's money or credit to be a consumer and consume things, go on vacations on debt, go shopping on debt or the bank's money, do random spending, buy vehicles, rent or have a mortgage, right? You can use credit to be a consumer, or you can use credit to have cash flowing investments. You can use credit at cheap rate, use it to invest, get cash flowing coming in because cash flow is king, right? Or you can use credit to be a consumer and buy things that depreciate in value and not things that are assets that appreciate in value. Say hello, hello, hello. Miami, Florida is in the house. Nelly from Arlington, Texas. South Carolina, hello, you all. No, is in the house. Sweet Angel. No, I'm not on Instagram. I need to go live on Instagram. Well, I am on Instagram as the queen of credit, right? But I need to go live on Instagram more. I don't do a lot of live streaming, and I'm not really on that platform as much, right? I didn't get the first part of that question on Periscope. So I just see live on Periscope. Miss Tama and Nelly, okay, and the same from Arlington, Texas. Thank you, Jesus. Everyone, take out the time, hit the thumbs up, right? Even if you have to exit out the live chat, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. Right, and so I said October would be a scary month, right? Made that video. You all definitely need to go check that out again, right? Trying to, scary, scary, spooky, and for some people, scared financially, especially, right? You're right, spiritual man. That's why I made the video. I told you all the Simpsons predict a lot of future events, and the Simpsons had already predicted right? Who our next president would be, and it would be a female. And I told you that the only way that that Simpsons prediction could happen, that we would have our female president, is that if Joe Biden gets elected, right, however long it takes for them to diagnose him as incompetent because of his dementia, right, which his dementia gets better in some cases, right? And then it gets worse, right? Sometimes it looks like Joe Biden can't remember if he's going left or right. And then when he debates, he seems more have more clarity, right? Everything Republicans and Democrats is all actress and actors, right? Everything is set up strategically. There is no oops, there is no we didn't know this was going to happen. How do we prepare? Everything is strategically planned and operated, right? And once you know the chess moves, right, then you should know how to counteract, right? Don't be on the blind side. Don't be one of these people that's complaining and not making move. As Dave Ramsey said, and I shared in the video that I uploaded, that you should be more concerned about what's going on in your house, especially economic wise, versus the White House, right? Versus the White House. Hello, Boston, Massachusetts is in. Martin got it right. Archie says hello. Ramsey from DC is in, right? Hello, Patrick. Fort Worth, Texas. Miss Tamer, how are you? Okay. Why did Trump stop the second stimulus? We'll get right into that. Someone says, I don't know which one we can get into. Denied with Chase, owner of Op TV. Got the truckers. I'm assuming that you are a trucker. That like button is always blue with me. Yeah, if you all hit the like button. Triple My Worth says Equifax hasn't updated me since April. If you have the number to Equifax or Equifax, some people call it Equifax, call them, right? And you should have a Credit Karma account. That Credit Karma updates your Equifax every 7 days. If you have the number for Equifax, it's a simple 5 or 10 minute taking out time of you calling them and asking them for an updated credit report to be mailed to you. Also, right, this is chess, not checkers. We don't wait on moves to be made. We initiate the moves. Get your Credit Karma account. It updates every 7 days, and it has Equifax and TransUnion, right? Of course, Trump is ready to exit. He is ready to exit the scene. That is so true. That is so true. He is ready to exit, and him and his billionaire friends, right? You all, I think you should have watched the video I live streamed yesterday about the cocktail antibody that he received, right? Treatment. His billionaire friend, who is a member of his resort and his golf resort in New York, good friends, became richer on yesterday just by them announcing that he received that antibody, right? So if you didn't catch that live stream, definitely catch that live stream. So let's talk about the chase, right? We are in a credit crisis, people. I told you all the beginning of this year that in July, you will see credit scores drop, plummeted, or just harder to get approval because we will be entering a credit crisis this time this year. I told you that at the beginning of the summer, you will see phase 1 of FICO 10, right? FICO 10, that's phase 1, was the FICO 10 resilience score, right? The FICO 10 resilience score, it came into play in July. Now, what's going on is it's harder for approval. It's harder for approval. And you know what? I'm telling you all this And I'm letting you all know so you can prepare accordingly, people, right? So you can prepare, not so you can panic. It's time out for panicking, right? If you're going swimming and you're going under and you're panicking, right? You can't save yourself, and the person that was trying to throw you a lifeline to save you may go down with you as well. So these are not panic announcements, these are preparation announcements. So you can understand that the time is now, right? The time is now to get your credit together. You can either be a part of the prosperity movement and use the bank's money at cheap interest rates to stop being a consumer, but to be a cash flowing investor, right? Stop being a consumer and start being a cash flowing investor. Or you can simply use your credit to get the simple things in life that people need for essential bills, such as making groceries, getting gas, paying utility bills, right? And in some cases, paying your rent and mortgage. So we're going to get into what it really means for that Trump second stimulus to be halted until after his election. And I'm going to get into that before I go into this article with the 742 credit score denial. What that means is, for example, the airlines industry said that they did not get a government bailout, right? That they could not keep their employees, thousands of people from the airlines industry, a lot of small businesses and other businesses that were receiving the paycheck protection loans to keep their employees on the payroll, right? Now will not receive that. A lot of people who were needing that second stimulus, right, will not receive that second stimulus. I applied for 3 cards and got 2, right? And so now people, during this month of October, we're going to have even double the amount of people out of jobs, right? Double the amount of people out of jobs. Now, and on top of that, we have some people who's also receiving or not getting taxes taken out of their checks, federal taxes, and they have about a 6.2% increase in their paycheck until right, that ends December 31st, and then January would come, and now the double the amount of their paychecks will be deducted to cover the cost, right at 12+% interest rate, right? And so now from January until April, they're going to get double the amount taken out of their checks to compensate for the 6.2% of taxes, right, that they're not getting taxed out of their check. So if you are a federal employee, right, or you are someone that you were forced, you didn't have a matter, your employer decided to enroll in a paycheck protection plan, join me in the home-based business so that you can get 475 tax deductions, right? And you can get experts to analyze your paycheck in January so that you will not be losing 12% plus out of your paychecks. And now you can do what the rich and wealthy do. See, I'm telling you, right now, people, it's time, and you're going to have to be on a fast track. You'll have to get a fast track lesson in financial education. It's time out to argue about what the rich and wealthy do and how they pay less taxes. And now is the time for you to figure out what are they doing so I can keep more money out of my paycheck, and I can learn the loopholes of the rich, and I can pay less taxes too, right? Because what a lot of people don't understand, people, it's time for you to get your credit score up. It's time for you to use credit to invest in cash flowing assets versus consumer liabilities. And it's time for you to learn to play the games of the rich and wealthy and stop getting taxed 30% of your paycheck. Because once you get that 30%, taxes taken out of your paycheck, and then you have 10 to 20% of insurances people, that only gives you 50 to 60% roughly to live off of. And who can live in this economy on 60 cents of the dollar from the labor that they're from their paycheck, right? And then you have price increasing every day, from fast foods to groceries to your everyday purchases of your goods and services. And this is why I inform you all, last month, to go ahead and start applying for Chase Den. You all remember that I kept saying, get the Chase Freedom Card. Get the Chase Freedom Card. You get these cashback rewards. You need to get the Chase Freedom Cards. Then other people will come on my live stream and say, oh, these are good cashback reward cards too. See, I tell you things ahead of time so that you can prepare for prosperity, right? Anytime you have opportunity to do business with Chase, right, JP Morgan, the big banks, while the window of opportunity is open, you need to do that. And now we have some people that's locked in that have these cards that took action. And now we have people that's on the other end that wish they would have took action, because now they're seeing the prices of goods and groceries are increasing, and they wish they would have had the opportunity to get money back and get passive income by using their credit cards like you would a debit card, right? Exactly, spiritual man. Either you're going to get with the program, people, or you're going to be left behind. It's nowhere in between. Either you're going to get your credit fixed, or by 2021, you won't get approved for rent or a house mortgage. You will not be able, right, to have a roof over your head in this economy, where this economy is headed, if your credit score is a 680 or below. And now we have people with 742 credit scores, that 742, that cannot get approved for a basic credit card. People, when did that start happening? Right? In this economy. Because usually a 680 credit score would get you approved for this. So the article reads, 742 credit score, you're denied for Chase Sapphire Preferred, would reconsideration line approved. So this article reads, if I can get it to download, okay. Denied and approved. Chase preferred credit history issue. Chase is running a very valuable promotion right now concerning its Chase Sapphire preferred credit cards, right? You can earn up to 80,000 bonus points only if you spend $4,000 within 3 months. And $4,000 if you have to spend it on your essential bills, your mortgage, your utilities within 3 months is a very easy spending balance, right, for people to make. So as a result, a consumer, a person with a 742 credit score with TransUnion and Equifax, they had a 740 with Experian. But this is the kicker. I told you all FICO 10 was coming. I told you all that banks and lenders would start looking at your 2-year credit history now, and not just a 30 or 60 days snapshot. I told you all that that's why so many people that got on YouTube and promoting credit sweep. Get your credit sweep, get your credit prepared, 30 fixed in 30, 45 days, right? And then negative items will be temporarily removed from credit reports. And after 30 or 45 days of investigation, the credit agencies would replace these items back on here on their credit reports, because they found out that these negative items reporting on the credit report were not a victim of identity theft. See, all credit sweep is saying that I am a victim of identity theft, right? And then whoever is performing that dispute for you would claim that these negative accounts, this charge off, these late payments, right? These collections are a result of someone stealing this person's identity. The credit agencies will then hide that information, right? Because you're claiming theft. So they can't let you go 30 days, 40 days when someone has stolen your identity, right? So while it's in investigation, the negatives will be temporarily removed, right? There's a difference in seeing something that says it's deleted off your credit report and something that's saying it's removed. Credit agents will temporarily remove this account. When they remove these accounts, they investigate and say, wow, this person was not a victim of identity theft, right? They will replace it back on there. And usually what people will do for that 30, 45-day window, go out, buy a new vehicle, right? Get just consumer things, right? Or maybe usually vehicles is usually what these people purchase. I just want to get approved for that car, right? Or that SUV or that truck. So this person's profile was a 742 with TransUnion, Equifax is 740, and a 740 with Experian. But because they had limited credit history, right? 8 months. This person had a Chase Freedom card, but no other credit cards for 8 months. And so automatically denied, right? Because of the credit history issue, right? The credit history, people, I tell people 35% of your credit score is calculated from its history, the payment history and your credit history, right? And so after they pulled her credit report and asked to reconsider because of her Freedom card, the agent informed her, right, that she had been approved because she did have a Chase Freedom card. So if you were denied and you have, like for Chase, and you have a Chase Freedom card in their family line, then you can get approved, right? But I'm saying this to say this, and someone says, don't go to Chase. I actually love Chase. I have Chase. I have 2 Chase cards, right? I have a Chase Business Inc. card as well. I have Chase Freedom card. I always get 0% balance transfer. I always get balance transfer checks, right? And so I love Chase. Some people may have negative experience. I have nothing but positive experience, right? So I can't get no cards and my score is down because it says no credit or need to get credit. I'm cleaning up my credit now. That's great. That's great. And you know what the thing about credit is a double-edged sword is that with credit, right, you have to show that you can handle debt responsibly, right? You have to show that you can handle debt responsibly, which means you have to get in debt. And that's why I tell people, if you're going to use the bank's money, if you're going to use a credit card at this time, right? I even played clips from Susie Orman. All of the experts in the financial arena disagree a lot on the philosophy of money management and how to handle credit and debt. But one thing, Dave Ramsey, Suze Orman, myself, all of us have agreed on. I show video clips from Suze Orman as well. She was stating in that clip that now is not the time to pay off debt. That was one of my videos as well. I said, stack your cash, right? Now is not the time to pay off debt because of where we are right now in this economy. So if you're needing to build credit, right, try these 2 primary trade lines. Get you, start with $5,000 if you have a thin credit file. Do this for about 90 days and hopefully there are some items on these websites that you definitely will need. But it's all a strategy to build your credit, right? So it's www.bit.ly/5000 trade line, right? And then the second link is the same, except it has K in it, www.bit.ly/5000K trade line. And then you go from there to apply for your major credit cards. right, to apply for your major credit cards, because I've been telling people at this point, the best thing you can do is get those credit cards in which you get cash back. Now is not the time to be looking for rewards, travel cards, to travel, right? Airlines are closing. They're saying we're in a health pandemic, right? And not many people are using this time to travel. Not many people can afford to travel. People are trying to survive, right? And so what you want to look for, if you have a thin credit file, start with getting these primary trade lines, right? And then after about 90 days, begin to apply. If you have no negatives, and if you do not have more than 5 inquiries reporting on Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, then you begin to apply for the major credit cards. But you want to look at the major credit cards that give you the best cashback bonuses. Let me see if Chase even have that Freedom card. I'm not sure if they do. Okay, it's saying something about refer a friend when I click up. So I'm not sure if they have that, if they still have that Freedom card offer. I know they had a Chase Freedom Flex now. Let me share this with you all. The most popular rewards cards are right now the Chase Freedom Flex. They still had a Chase Freedom Unlimited, and the Chase. So that's the one I was just doing an article that even people with the 720 credit score, you're going to need like a year, at least a year of credit history showing that you have other credit cards. And now, if you have a Chase Freedom or Flex and you've had it for almost a year, maybe 8 months or longer, they may reconsider. But I did like the Chase Freedom Unlimited because you got $200 bonus plus 5% cash back at grocery stores. That's essential items. Then you got 3% cash back on dining and drugstores. Most people are spending their money right now on grocery stores, eating, and drugstores. And that's why I highly recommend that people go back for Chase, because they had the best all around cash back. When prices are increasing and inflation, you need a card that will help you beat inflation. 5%, 3%. Inflation is about 3%. So you can even kill. In other words, you can keep up with the rising prices of goods and services, right? So now you have the Chase Freedom Flex, where you earn 5% cash back on grocery stores and 5% bonuses on other categories, right? So I will put that link in here for you all to look at Chase. There are other cashback cards as well, but I prefer Chase because they don't have the quarterly stipends or guidelines that a lot of other cashback reward cards are offering at this time. Peter says, if you increase your score by lowering your debt utilization, your previous high debt utilization still count against you and FICO 10. If you're lowering your debt, Peter, what previous debt utilization are you saying? Are you saying that if I pay off my debt this year, that they're going to look at those account balances for last year? No, that won't be the case. What it is, Peter, is that under FICO 10 now, that installment debts are weighing more heavily, right? That's why on Credit Karma, you see it in Experian, the free platforms, you will see credit and finance. So under FICO 10, this is how, or the model we are currently used to since the 2008 recession. What will happen is people can have high student loan debt, for example, right? Or they can have high vehicle debt, that's called installment debts, or high personal loan debts. but that will calculate at a lower percentage than a high credit card debt, right? Than the high credit card debt. And I tell people the reason why FICO and your credit scores want to promote for you to pay off credit card debt, right? To keep and maintain a higher credit scores is because credit cards has the least recourse or penalties if they're not repaid. And there are many ways to get out of credit card debt, right? Credit card debt have no, I can't think of the word. I just said it this way, but I can't think of the word I want to use. No attachments to them, right? No collateral, that's the word I'm thinking of. No collateral, meaning that if you don't pay your vehicle debt, right, they can come and repossess that vehicle. You don't pay your house note or mortgage, they can foreclose or bankrupt that house, right? You don't pay your rent payments, they can evict you, right? There's attachments, there's collateral, there's consequences. However, for credit card debt, you can file it in bankruptcy, right? Sometimes if you can't pay after 6 months, the creditors will negotiate with you to pay back a third of what you owe. You want to make sure you hit the like button. And so, or sometimes they are sold to collections. And if you know debt validation, right, laws, and you dispute the debt collector the correct way, you can also be discharged legally of paying the debt collectors. Because people have to understand, and this is really going to more talking about credit, but that's fine. That's why you all call me the queen of credit. But you have to understand there are junk debt buyers out here, right? Thank you so much, King Jesus. This is second super chat this week. Thank you so much. There are junk debt buyers. What do you mean by that, Queen? You have people that buy your debt or debt collectors that has legitimately purchased your debt, meaning they purchased the contractual agreement, right, to buy your debt. And then you have junk debt buyers who purchase your debt for pennies on the dollar, right? And they don't have the proper paperwork as required to collect that debt from you. This is where people don't know, right? This is what most people don't know, that if you request for validation in writing, a debt collector sending you a bill printout or a statement, right? Maybe it was some type of utility, right? And you didn't pay that utility account. And maybe it's a cable account, right? Or maybe it's your internet service and you defaulted. Them sending you a bill of that default is not debt validation under the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act. Maybe it's a medical debt that has been purchased, right, by a junk debt buyer. Them sending you a bill or statement of what services you receive is not validation, and is also considered a violation of your HIPAA laws in some cases and your HSA laws, right? So let me see. Let me look this up real quick. And for a lot of people who having medical issues, right, who may have been diagnosed with the Rona, that's having medical bills that's extremely high, and non-affordable. If you have a junk debt buyer, then you can very well, if you know the law, the language, and you can dispute it in a letter, be discharged for any type of debt, right? So you also need to know what laws govern those, and under your HSS rule, your health savings account, also those violations and things happen with the medical in the medical field as well, right? Listen, and I tell people all the time, knowledge is not power, right? Applied knowledge is power, right? Applied knowledge is power. And a lot of people state all the time, well, anyone can repair their own credit, right? Anyone can represent themselves in a legal matter. But if you're going against a person that has an attorney, right, your chances of being on the better end of the equation are lower, right? Because now they have a representative that has more knowledge than you, know more law than you, and have more years of experience than you, right? Anyone can treat themselves health-wise, right? You got some people who believe in holistic health. You have some people who believe that I can treat this cancer diagnosis. I can treat this high blood pressure diagnosis, right? I can treat my obesity issues, right? And you have some people that say, I'm going to invest in medical advice and I'm going to also make a lifestyle change of my own. And see, that's how credit works. Once you get professional help to help you rebuild, restore, and repair and revision your credit, people, you have to make up your mind after that that you're going to use credit to be an investor and not a consumer, right? So do you use a DUNS number for those trade lines? No. Do you need? No, you do not need a DUNS number. Those are just primary trade lines. They're through a department store card, right? But this is why you will want them, especially if you have a very thin credit file, right? Or you're rebuilding your credit and you don't have any major credit cards. Because what happens is Visa, MasterCard, Amex, Discover, they look at what line of credit are you using responsibly, right? And what's the credit limit on that? And it's better, in my opinion, to get a secure versus getting a secure credit card, because usually secure credit cards have very low balances because people have very low cash to put in them to start. So, for example, if you secure $200 cash, you get $200 card. $500 cash, you get a $500 card, right? Or credit limit. $1,000 cash, right? Against that card will be $1,000 credit limit. So when you get $5,000 credit limits, primary cards, when you apply for the major credit cards, being all things are equal, right? That you have no negatives reporting and you don't have a lot of hard pulls or inquiries, it will match the credit limit on a department store card that you have for approval of a major credit card. Then you can begin the process of getting approved for $5,000 credit limits. And once you get $5,000 credit limit, major credit cards, over time, right, at least within 6 months, you can call and ask for a credit limit increase. Once, and keep those credit card balances, people, 10% or less, right? Meaning that if you get approved for $5,000 credit card, keep it at $500 or less. Do not run up those balances. And again, it is I highly recommend, right? My opinion, but I highly recommend that you all get cash back rewards credit cards, right? That's how you earn passive income. You use your credit cards responsibly. You use them like you would a debit card. And yes, you still get the $200 bonus, right? I put the link in the description. Someone asked. Yes, if you use this link, you still get the $200 welcome bonus, right? And use those debit cards, pay them off in full, and you will not get charged any interest if you pay the balance off in full every month. No matter if it tells you this is a 16% interest APR card, you only get paid or charged interest if you carry a balance, right? So make sure, I will prefer that you pay those balances off in full and use credit cards like you would a debit card. So yes, you will get that $200 bonus And I put that referral link in there so you can get that bonus. All right. Now, on to the third topic. Some states overpay unemployment benefits and they want their money back. Wow. I was just, when I read this, I'm telling you, people, you have to make money moves. I want you on. I don't have my shirt on tonight, but I want you, whether you're watching this live or in the replay, I want you to hashtag make money moves. People, you got to do that. You have to do that, people. You know, you have to do that. All right. So if you have one major credit card right now with a $2,000 credit limit and no negative, I would first suggest pay the balance down in full, right? And then I would highly recommend that you get those primary trade lines so that you can get approved for higher credit card limits and some of the better credit cards that offer you cash back, right? That's right. Thank you, Periscope. Make a mind message connection. Make money moves. Hello, Mr. Richardson. Make money moves, people. We got to make money moves. So right now, unemployment benefits were designed to help adults pay their bills while they was out of work. However, people in Ohio, Pennsylvania, and other states, listen at this. I'm like, how can you do this? Were mistakenly, people there are usually no mistakes. But however, let's read what the article say. Mistakenly overpaid by their state unemployment offices. And they're being asked to repay the money. You all saw how many people on social media, buying the crab legs, having the cookouts, Walmart television sold out when stimulus hit. People that said they're not going to pay their vehicle notes, they have 3 months of, no payment, no repercussions. Now look, Ohio officials said, listen, 160,000 people received overpayments in August and September through its regular unemployment claims, as well as the pandemic unemployment assistance, federal program designed to help self-employed workers and others who aren't typically eligible for jobless benefits. And people, let me tell you all this too. There were some people who were stating they got fired from their jobs. They quit their jobs because the unemployment was paying more. They didn't get fired, they quit. And their employee, right, did the necessary paperwork to say, hey, I did not fire this person. They quit at their own will. Those people are going to have to repay as well. They're going to have to repay as well. So these states are asking for recipients to return their money or subtract the funds from their ongoing unemployment checks if they have unemployment, adding additional financial stress of being jobless during this pandemic. In some cases, the overpayment was due to claimants, misreporting their incomes. People, let me share this screen with you all again. People were misreporting their incomes. Let me say it in plain terms. People were lying. Hello, Mr. Felix Anderson. I'm so glad you are tuned in from Periscope. I did get your Instagram message, and I promise you, when I get out this live stream, I am definitely going to register for your conference at the end of October, right? Because we got people making money moves, Mr. Felix. And let me see that. I'm trying. Will you drop that link in there first? I'm trying to find that link that you sent me. But will you drop that link in here so people can know about your dream big again conference? I mean, believe big again, right? We share the same birthday, you all. So I am so glad that he dropped in. You talking about a man that can give you a message. There it is, a message about your money, but also your mission in life and your ministry. This is him. If you're on Periscope, if you're not on Periscope, you're on YouTube, you're on Facebook. He's also on YouTube, but he mainly live streams, right? On Periscope, he's the author of the book, Wake Yourself Up. Wake Yourself Up. And I'm telling you, go check this out. Believe big again. Help you with your money, your mindset, your mission, and your ministry. People, it takes all four, right? You have to get your mindset right to get your money right. I'm telling you, I've been through a divorce. I've been through emotional hurt and pain. But when your mind get right, you can get your money right. You have to push through and propel through all of that, right? And I know there's a lot of people joining me right now. You may be those people who are in that unemployment issue that's going on right now. You may be one of these people who don't know what you're going to do. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you, when there is no income, people, right, you can always get credit. Don't believe me? Reference the Bible, the number one best-selling book on banking, 2 Kings chapter 4. You can use your credit to retire rich, even when the income and money. Oh, no problem. I know you did, but I'm just honored you're on this live stream. And I wanted people to have a chance to get a holistic teaching of what you do. And I want them to check out your website. So thank you so much. And so now we have states, right, that people misreport their income, false claim, Pennsylvania, right, duplicate payments, and these people are going to have to repay. These people are going to have to repay people. And you know what? They're saying 26.5 million unemployment claim in the most recent weeks. And this is also in some areas in Texas, right? Texas is also in Colorado. Also reported overpaid jobless claims. Overpaid, they're saying Texas overpaid $203 million to about 185 people from March to September. And these people are going to be required to pay the money back. So what does that mean for a lot of people? Look at this Twitter, right? Looking for an appointment with like zero availabilities in my area. Just found out I was overpaid $5,000 on my unemployment from months ago, and I have to pay all that back. But she said it was all she said to move out. I have to move by November. She's frustrated. People, I'm telling you, you need a recession-proof business right now. You need a recession-proof mindset right now. You need a recession-proof game plan right now, right? You need a recession-proof everything. But the good news is if you position yourself, people, this can be the greatest wealth transfer that you've ever experienced, right? Jesus says 24 of us. Yeah, you all hit that like button. Hit that like button. Yeah, just go ahead and hit the like button. Whether you're watching live or on the replay, go ahead and hit that like button. And people, I'm just telling you, and that's the link again, Believe Big Again, coming up in October, right? When the income stops, you can use the credit. You want to know what I'm talking about? Go read the number one book on banking, the Bible, 2 Kings chapter 4, trying to get you to revision your credit so you can invest. I always, again, I told you that second stimulus was held back. Some people may not know what other people are talking about the Simpsons, right? And all the predictions, but I told people that it's not in the cards for President Trump to get reelected. And it was in the cards that before the election came, he had to crash the economy. It was in the cards if you watch The Simpsons. Thank you. You are 106 people live. Sharon says they said to the people, go out and buy and boost the economy. Who said that, Sharon? And the people did. Yes, Mr. Felix is on. Thank you all for Periscope for sharing. I don't know what advice, but I've always told people to stack and store, right? Cash is meant for you to have in reserve, for you to invest in assets, right? And you gotta learn. Let me tell you, people, it's you know, I don't know how to say this, but learning these loopholes of the rich, getting tax less out of your paycheck is much better than a budget. This is getting a home-based business added to your paycheck, right? is much better than a budget. You cannot budget broke. That's why I tell people all the time, you can't budget broke. And a lot of people want to start with financial advice, start with a budget. Yes, people do need money management. They do. I understand that people need to know financial literacy. What's the difference between an asset and a liability, right? Because if we knew the difference, we wouldn't be consumers. But at the same token, people, when you have 30 to 40% of your paycheck that's coming out in taxes, and it's also coming out in your insurances to protect your family, and you're only living on 50 to 60% from your labor, you have to learn how to convert your labored income into leverage income. You have to know how to use a home-based business to get more money out of your paycheck, right? And you have to learn, and I think someone came on one of my live streams and they asked me, well, I'm not good at sales, Queen. Would I be a good fit for this home-based business? Listen, people, this is not about sales. It's all about strategies, financial strategies, tax strategies, right? You can't budget broke. She said the government told us, okay, well, I didn't know the government told you all that. Right, thank you. You can't budget broke. So I tell people, you have to look at your own paycheck and get the 475 tax deductions so you can bring more money. So we have people on average in our private Facebook group. Their paycheck is increasing on the low end of $200 all the way on the high end up to $600 a month. People are getting $1,200 a month more out of their paychecks. And then we have the bill shredder program where they are negotiating with the bill collectors and people are getting their bills in half, reduced from what they're paying. Now we can start with a budget after we cut our expenses, right? Cut back on taxes. See, what people don't understand, people, is taxes cause debt. Taxes cause debt. So you have to learn how to convert your social security number into a corporation and stop being the highly taxed in this country. Stop being the highly taxed in this country and take more of your paycheck now that you're bringing more money home and now that you are exposing this to other people. So you don't have to sell it to other people. You can use the strategies and make more money if you didn't get one person to see the vision with you of the home-based business. However, if you do get people to network with you, now you're adding passive income. And I'm telling you all, credit repair, credit restoration, money management, and money strategies like this is what people will need desperately at the very end of October, right? At the very end of October. And so this is the link for you all to check out the home-based business opportunity. It's all about financial education. It's all about strategies. And it's all about leveraging other people's income. This is not a network marketing opportunity in which you have to sell products. You don't have any overhead. It's all about getting with the experts and getting the 475 business tax deductions and helping people who may not have a paycheck to help people who do have a paycheck to get more money out of their paycheck. Let me say that again. It's all about helping people who do have a paycheck get more money out of their paycheck, but also helping people who may not have a paycheck. People, you're going to have to learn to do things virtually. You're going to have to learn to use technology. And you're going to have to get out of the brick and mortar mindset that you want just a brick and mortar business. People, we're going to have to use technology. We're going to have to use live trainings. And you have all the support that you need. We have private Facebook groups that have experts, IRS certified people to look and analyze your paycheck, right? So you won't be concerned about where I may have to overpay in taxes if I'm getting less taxes taken out. I help you get your credit up. They help you get your debt down and help you get your paycheck up, right? And you all, listen, I know we have a lot of people on, but I got to go because you all know I love my Lakers. But if you want to know more about the home-based business, go to this link, bit./ and the Lakers better be winning when I log on. And let me help you get some passive income in your life. Get your credit up and prepare for this crisis, people, because if you don't have the extra money, you can't invest in assets. Right. You need the extra cash flow. You need the extra money, and you got to learn the loopholes of the rich. You have to know what the rich are doing, even on a middle class budget. You have to know what the rich are doing, even on a broke budget. Right. You don't have to be the rich to make the moves that the rich are making. But if you eventually want to be rich, you have to start making the moves that the rich are making. If you want to be rich one day, if you want to be rich, and you're tired of the struggle, you're going to have to learn how to pay less taxes out of your paycheck, like President Trump does, like Warren Buffett does legally, like Jeff Bezos does legally. You're going to have to learn to leverage your credit to get access and build wealth, not be a consumer. And you're going to have to learn to get leverage income versus labor income. Right? Hey, I'm signing out, but here's to your peace and prosperity, your health and your wealth, and your credit and cash flow. Queen of Credit out. You all have a great night.